Waterford vase.
Waterford, right.
This is the third one. The first two arrived in pieces, and this one had to have its own escort and its own seat on the plane to ensure its arrival in one piece. The tapestry on the walls is original to the house. The ceilings on the first floor, each room has a different ceiling. The architect of the house was Stanford. No. Stimson. I want to say Simpson because my kids watch The Simpsons. Stimson. Okay. And his signature mark was the ceilings. He built the house for his family. When the house was completed, they no longer needed the house. And we've gone back and forth as to why they didn't need the house. Well, some people say it was too large for them. But when you look at historical facts, you find out that they had a handicapped child. They had no elevator installed in the house. So that's what we think, that maybe, how can our child get upstairs to the bedroom? What did we do wrong? So they sold the house. The house started out in 1906. They started building it, and the house was completed in 1914. Okay. The house didn't take that long to be built, but because in 1906 there was something historical that happened in San Francisco. Yeah, something.
Earthquake.
Yeah, a little minor. Yeah. San Francisco had a devastating earthquake. So anyone in Southern California that can lift a hammer, knew anything about carpentry, went to San Francisco to help rebuild San Francisco. So the house kind of stood unbuilt for a couple of years. In those years, they ordered a fireplace. The fireplace, the maker of the fireplace company was in Italy. Well, it didn't come straight across the Panama Canal because the Panama Canal wasn't built yet. So it took a while to get here. But it was okay because we weren't doing anything here. The house was just standing waiting for everybody to come back. When it arrived, it had instructions in Italian. Well, no one that was here could put it together because the instructions were in Italian. Okay, so send them back to Italy, get them translated. So there goes a ship around South America, going back to Italy. Well, you know what? Forget the instructions. Just put it together. And some people have said, well, you know, this is upside down, or this is upside down, or you need this piece down here to hold up the fireplace. Well, okay, but if you do, then the little man that's here would be on his head, and the bow would not be correct. So my thing is, right now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And unless you're a professional fireplace put together person, it's elegant the way it is. For a long time, we had these irons down here, and someone picked them up and said, ooh, they are the dirtiest, crappiest thing. We need to put them outside. Someone put them outside, and about an inch of soot fell off of them and said, wow, there's something underneath here. You should take them and have them looked at. Okay. So we took them, have them looked at it, and the company said, you know, you have about an inch of soot. You've never cleaned these irons, correct? Because they are 100% brass. And that's why they weigh so much. It's not because of all the soot, it's because they are something to marvel at. You just need to clean them on a regular basis.
So how old are they?
I would say they're at least 1915. Because they were kind of like here when the house was being completed. And it's interesting how we get little things here and there. This chandelier was found in an estate in Argentina. And someone thought it would look great here in the house, so they brought it here, and they couldn't hang it up in the entryway because there was a small chandelier there, so they put it in this room. Mr. Wrigley he learned from his father that please and thank you were two powerful words. When you sold his gum, he would say thank you to the merchants. And one of the prizes he gave was a little table. And that is from the Wrigley Estate. There's not very many things in the house that are from the Wrigley Estate. The little table is from the Wrigley Estate. The picture on top of it is a picture of Ada Wrigley. Ada Wrigley we found out 2 years ago, was a very petite woman. And Mr. Wrigley was a very tall man, so they were kind of like this. Its doors reminded her of the mind, the body, the soul, and the heart. You can see the body, the heart, the mind, and the soul. And all the doors are like that on both sides, and on that one out there also. So she could just come in here and just relax, and what we now call de-stress probably, and look at her doors. The best thing about this door is the address. If Mr. Wrigley came home late at night, the light wasn't on, you could always feel his address. I mean, how could you miss the house? But it's perfectly balanced on 4 10-inch hinges. So you could open and close it with one finger. And if you wanted to lift weights, 400 pounds, you could stay here all day. And I don't think it'll do you any good though. We had someone last year look at our room here and say, oh, entryway, or is this a Lego room? Lego room?